the Amazon to the Arctic, there's a world of discovery and fun at the Vancouver Aquarium in beautiful Stanley Park. Hi, and welcome to Red's Classic Theater. Nearly 1 million visitors explore the aquarium each and every year, and many are surprised at the wide variety of tropical species on display. And our movie this week has a tropical atmosphere. It's the 1958 production South Pacific, starring Mitzi Gaynor and Rosanna Brazzi. Director Josh Logan had wanted Elizabeth Taylor to play the leading lady, but she flunked her singing audition. And Doris Day had a chance at the role, but she lost out when she refused to sing at a party where Rodgers and Hammerstein were the guests of honor. And then director Josh Logan found out to his dismay that his leading man couldn't sing a note either. As a matter of fact, the only real voice of an actor used in the movie is that of Mitzi Gaynor. And now, here's Act One of South Pacific. Red's Classic Theater is taking in the South Pacific atmosphere of the popular Vancouver Aquarium. In the H.R. McMillan Tropical Gallery, visitors get an up-close look at sharks, fishes that glow in the dark, and brightly colored tropical reef fish. You'll see venomous stonefish and dangerous-looking moray eels, as well as graceful angelfish and seahorses. The tropical rainforests of South America are represented too, with the Graham Amazon Gallery here at the aquarium. Now, this fascinating area, teeming with life, brings you into contact with huge anaconda snakes, razor-toothed piranhas, and freshwater stingrays. And don't forget the caimans, miniature cousins of the alligator. Just a few of the more than 550 species of aquatic animals in the Vancouver Aquarium. We'll be back with more in just a moment. A trip to the Vancouver Aquarium takes you from the steaming tropics to the frigid Arctic. The Arctic Canada display features the gentle beluga whale. Opened in 1990, Arctic Canada takes you beneath the polar sea, where you'll experience the rich wildlife of the far north as seen through the aquarium's huge viewing windows, and discover fish equipped with a natural antifreeze that allows them to live in water that dips below the freezing level. And now let's return to South Pacific, starring Mitzi Gaynor. This may look like an ordinary pool, but it's the view from above the coral reef display at the Vancouver Aquarium. Filmed in Hawaii, South Pacific became one of 20th Century Fox's greatest success stories, earning over $16 million at the box office. Though remembered for its incredible musical score, one of the songs created a controversy and was almost dropped from the motion picture due to media pressure. The song was called "You Have to Be Carefully Taught," and it dealt with racial and social pressures. For the big Thanksgiving show scene, the U.S. government loaned 20,000 Marines and Navy men to the production. And the movie's war scenes were taken from actual war games exercises being conducted by Hawaii-based Marine infantry. Two excellent money-saving maneuvers by the studio. And no doubt 20th Century Fox were looking for ways to save money, because the production included 178 men and women and 4 shiploads of equipment to make the production possible. And now let's return to South Pacific. We're here by the shark tank here at the Vancouver Aquarium, and it's time to look at our mailbag. And thanks for sending in so many requests. Here's one from Mrs. T. Renison from Courtney, who would like to see PT 109, starring Cliff Robertson. Mrs. C. Campbell from North Vancouver requested The Young Lions. This stars Marlon Brando and Barbara Rush. And Marilyn Bockhart from Port Moody would like to see Porgy and Bess, starring Sammy Davis Jr. Now, if you have a motion picture you'd like to see, or the suggestion of a location like the Vancouver Aquarium, why don't you drop us a note? Red Robinson, KVOS TV in Vancouver. Join us next week on Red's Classic Theater when Grace Kelly and Bing Crosby star in the 1954 drama The Country Girl. Crosby's performance brought him an Oscar nomination, and Grace Kelly's The Statue Itself. And in 2 weeks, Kenneth Moore and Dana Winters star in the 1960 wartime drama Sink the Bismarck. And now back to South Pacific, featuring John Kerr and Franz Newen. Hope you're enjoying South Pacific, starring Mitzi Gaynor on Red's Classic Theater. When Mitzi Gaynor was cast in the role as Nellie Forbush, much of Hollywood expressed doubt. Her talent as a singer and dancer was never in question, only her acting. But with over 1,000 hours of USO entertainment behind her, she proved more than equal to the challenge. Gaynor's energy and charm won her roles in such movies as Anything Goes with Bing Crosby, The Joker is Wild with Frank Sinatra, and Lay Girls opposite Gene Kelly. But after South Pacific, roles for Mitzi Gaynor were few and far between. She appeared in her final film in 1963, starring with Kirk Douglas in the comedy For Love or Money. Afterward, Mitzi concentrated on stage and nightclub work, where she found appreciative audiences. And Mitzi's always shown a great fondness for the city of Vancouver, where she always broke in her Las Vegas act at local nightclubs. And now let's return to South Pacific, starring Mitzi Gaynor. Here on the roof of the Vancouver Aquarium overlooking the killer whale habitat, it's time for a movie trivia quiz. In tonight's movie, character actor Ray Walston plays the role of Luther Billis. Our question is, in which 1960s television series did Walston play the role of an alien? We'll be back with the answer in just a moment. Here's the answer to our movie trivia quiz. From 1963 to 1966, Ray Walston starred as an alien in the highly successful television series My Favorite Martian, opposite Bill Bixby. And he played an otherworldly demon, the devil, in the 1957 movie Damn Yankees. And now let's return to Ray Walston in South Pacific. Well, that's Red's Classic Theater for this week. Hope you enjoyed South Pacific, starring Rosanna Brazzi and Mitzi Gaynor. Be sure to join us next Sunday night on Red's Classic Theater for the 1954 film Country Girl. Now, this stars Grace Kelly and Bing Crosby. In the meantime, if there's a motion picture you'd like to see or the suggestion of a location, write to Red Robinson, KVUS-TV in Vancouver. And we'd like to thank Marisa Nakini for hosting our show this week. And let me urge you to bring the family down to Stanley Park and visit the Vancouver Aquarium, one of the great experiences of living in the lower mainland of British Columbia. And join us next Sunday night for The Country Girl with Grace Kelly and Bing Crosby. Thank you for being with us. And from the Vancouver Aquarium, good night, everybody.